Scottish football might not have the biggest budgets or flashiest stadiums in Europe, but it packs history, passion, and fierce local pride into every match day. In the 2025-26 Scottish Premiership season, stadiums vary from compact modern builds to classic grounds full of character. This video takes you through the biggest stadiums in the league, ranked by capacity. Let's dive right in. 12. Falkirk Stadium. Located in Westfield, Falkirk, the Falkirk Stadium was first opened in 2004 and gradually expanded with the addition of the North Stand in 2005 and the South Stand in 2009. Built to replace the club's old Brockville Park, this modern ground is clean and practical, if a little bland. The West Stand is the largest, holding about 4,200 seats and containing club offices, a nursery, and even a restaurant. The South Stand features the Brockville Bar, while the East Side occasionally sees a temporary stand added. 11. St Mirren Park. Tied in capacity with Falkirk, St Mirren Park, currently branded as the Smythe Stadium, sits in Paisley and opened its doors in January 2009. Built at a cost of around £8 million, the venue was a much-needed upgrade from the aging Love Street. The ground consists of 4 single-tier stands with a relatively simple and boxy layout, the East Stand being the tallest and housing the dugouts. The stadium has had several sponsorship-driven names over the years, but returned to a more community-oriented identity through fan ownership. 10. Almondvale Stadium. Also known as the Tony Macaroni Arena, Almondvale Stadium in Livingston was opened in 1995 and currently holds 9,713 seats. Constructed as part of a development project after Meadowbank Thistle relocated and rebranded as Livingston FC, the venue is fully seated with 4 nearly identical single-tier stands. It includes a corner building with club offices and conference rooms, and the pitch features artificial turf and undersoil heating. Despite its modest size, Almondvale has hosted notable events, including a Scotland vs. England women's match in 1997 and Scottish Cup semi-finals. 9. Dens. This has been the home of Dundee FC since 1899 and is one of the oldest professional stadiums still in use in Scotland. Located just a stone's throw from their fierce rivals at Tannadice, the stadium underwent significant changes in 1998 to 99 to comply with top-flight requirements, removing terracing and adding 2 new all-seater stands within 82 days. It previously hosted Scotland internationals and domestic cup finals. With a current capacity of 11,775, Dens Park maintains an old-school charm with a mix of older and newer structures. 8. Fir Park. Motherwell's Fir Park, built in 1895, is a rich piece of Scottish football heritage. Originally accommodating over 35,000 with vast terraces, the stadium has been converted into an all-seater since the 1990s. The largest structure is the 2-tier Tommy McLean Stand, built in 1993, while the Phil O'Donnell Stand, named after the late club captain, dates back to 1960. The other stands, the John Hunter and Davy Cooper, are smaller but vital parts of the stadium's character. Fir Park combines history with modern touches such as undersoil heating and executive boxes. 7. Tannadice Park. This is the home of Dundee United and is just 200 yards away from Dens Park, forming one of the closest stadium rivalries in world football. The ground was originally known as Cleppington Park and has been the club's home since 1909. Over the years, it has seen a steady evolution, including the addition of Scotland's first cantilever stand in 1962 and comprehensive modernization throughout the 1990s. Today, Tannadice consists of 4 stands: the Jerry Kerr Main Stand, the George Fox Stand, the East Stand, renamed the Eddie Thompson Stand, and the Fair Play Stand. 6. Rugby Park. This is home to Kilmarnock FC and the oldest professional football ground in Scotland still in use. First opened in 1899, the ground was originally a horse field before being transformed into a purpose-built stadium by Archibald Leach, the godfather of British football architecture. It went through a major redevelopment in the mid-1990s, becoming an all-seater in 1995. Since 2014, the pitch has been artificial, ensuring reliable playing conditions in Scotland's unpredictable weather. The stadium's charm lies in its tight-knit feel and deep community roots, earning nicknames like the Theatre of Pies, thanks to its famous matchday catering. 5. Tenacity Park. Next is Tannadice Park, tucked into the Gorgie area of Edinburgh and steeped in tradition. First opened in 1886, it's one of the most atmospheric grounds in the country, with the stands built frighteningly close to the pitch. The original main stand was designed by Leach in 1914 and has stood the test of time, while the rest of the stadium was completely redeveloped in the 1990s. In 2017, Hearts completed a modern rebuild of the main stand, increasing comfort without sacrificing identity. This is a proper football ground, famous for its noise and intimacy. 4. Easter Road. Still in Edinburgh, Easter Road is home to Hibernian and offers a perfect mix of tradition and modernity. The club moved here in the 1890s, and although the stadium has seen significant change over the decades, its current form took shape in the 2000s. The West Stand, opened in 2001, houses the club offices, press room, and premium seating. In 2010, Hibs redeveloped the East Stand, keeping it single-tier to preserve a bit of the old terrace feeling. It's one of the most balanced grounds in the Scottish Premiership, neither too big nor too small. 3. Pittodrie Stadium. Pittodrie is a landmark, not just for Aberdeen, but for British football history. Opened in 1899, it was once just a dung heap until Aberdeen Football Club transformed it into a fortress. It was the first stadium in the UK to install dugouts, thanks to coach Donald Coleman, who believed managers needed to observe players' footwork from pitch level. It was also one of the first all-seater stadiums in Britain, going that way decades before the Taylor Report made it standard. 2. Ibrox Stadium. Originally opened in 1899, the modern version of Ibrox took shape through both tragedy and innovation. After the 1902 disaster during a Scotland versus England match and the horrific 1971 stairway crush, the ground was completely overhauled. The red brick main stand, designed by Leach and completed in 1928, is a listed building and a symbol of Scottish football architecture. The club deck, added in the early 1990s, added thousands of new seats and executive lounges, while major updates to the Govan and Copeland stands brought the capacity up to just over 51,000. 1. Celtic Park. And now, the biggest of them all, Celtic Park, often known as Parkhead, or simply Paradise. This is the largest stadium in Scotland by a wide margin, seating over 60,000 fans and serving as the beating heart of Celtic Football Club. Though the club first played here in 1892, the current structure took shape in the late 1990s after a sweeping modernization. The north, east, and west stands are double-tiered and wrap around the pitch, trapping sound and creating a thunderous atmosphere on match day. The smaller main stand remains from a previous era, but still holds around 8,000 fans. And there you have it. These stadiums, though smaller than the giants of England or Europe, punch above their weight when it comes to identity, character, and fan culture. Each one reflects the soul of its town and the passion of its supporters. Which one's your favorite? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stadium deep dives.